Yo, what up, my Negroes? I shouldn't say that joke because some people who are black might think that I'm actually. Fuck you. What up, my Negroes? Most of you are probably white anyway. I got this little shiner here yesterday. I was working out at the gym, and I put up a little short about it. No need to watch the short. It's just like right after I got that shiner, I just quickly turned on my camera, showed it, and to me it was interesting. Basically, I don't really know anything about working out. I just joined a gym for the first time in my life 2 months ago. And I spent 3 weeks out of those 2 months in a different country where they don't have gyms really. Separate story. So yeah, I was bench pressing. Bench pressing is where you're lying back on a bench and you're lifting weights. And for the first time, I figured that I would. I had tried the first day that I showed up there. I tried bench pressing 40 pounds. Couldn't do it. Couldn't lift the fucking bar. Right now, I figured, let's see if I can do 105. So I bench pressed 105, and I did one set. A set is a certain number, so like 6. I did 6. You're supposed to wait afterwards for like a minute or two. Fuck that shit, whatever. I don't know. I just like wait a few seconds because but really everyone else there in the gym is pretty professional. They bring their phones with them, and you'd think they're just like messing around with their phones as an excuse to not work out. They're not. They're actually like recording exactly how much time to wait because there's all different kinds of scientific techniques if you want to build this kind of bulk or endurance or who knows whatever the fuck. Me, I'm just playing around at the gym. So then I went for my second set and of 6. I was trying to, each set of 6. And on the fifth one, as I was coming down, some guy there who doesn't work there. People there are really, really nice. Really, obviously you'll find assholes anywhere in the world. But, no, I can't think of any assholes, actually, at that gym. Really, swear to God. And I've been there dozens of times. Everyone there is really, really, really nice. This gym, by the way, is called Blink. It's in Canarsie, Flatlands, and Remsen. Not necessarily the best equipment, whatever. Obviously, I'm not necessarily recommending it for a whole bunch of reasons. I'm not recommending it either, but I am slightly recommending it because people there are actually very nice. So this guy who doesn't work there, he came by, something called a spotter. A spotter is a guy who makes sure you don't die when you're bench pressing. He stands behind you and he's able to grab it or whatever if you need it. So as I'm on the fifth one coming down, he sees that I'm struggling. He says, "You need help?" I said, No, I got it. Right? Especially as the only white dude there, I got to represent. So I come down for the fifth. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do 6. What do you mean? What is this? In my own little egotistical white little heart. What is this? Do I got it? I got it. I can finish my fucking set, right? And I go up for the 6th, and I breathe out. Apparently, that's a big mistake. Or breathe in, whatever. Did something wrong. And as I'm coming back down, all the way at the end, well, there you go. That's that little shiner that you see right there. You can't really see the bump so clearly, but you can see the red marks. In any case, so last night the guy actually said, he said, hey, he gave me some tips, whatever. And he said, look online, you'll see, it'll tell you how to bench press, whatever. I hate doing that kind of shit though. Obviously, you can ask anybody there anything, and I do sometimes ask people how to use equipment, but the problem is that everyone is telling you something different because they all have different goals and they all have been working out for decades and have different histories, and also because the world is full of misinformation. So yeah. In any case, I watched a couple of little shorts yesterday. Apparently, well, what this guy told me yesterday, which I think is probably the most important thing, is about the breathing, but I forgot what it was. It was that you should breathe in and then, don't breathe out on the way up. In other words, as you're pushing your hands up, don't exhale. Keep your chest full of air as you are pushing up. And then you can exhale when you're up there and breathe back in, or I forgot exactly when you should breathe back in. But the most important thing is don't exhale as you push up. Don't exhale as you push up. Keep your chest full of air as you're pushing up, and then exhale at the top. And I guess probably breathe back in then or something like that. Some other things that it said there in those little shorts that I watched, and I hate YouTube shorts, and I think that they're terrible and whatever. Nonetheless, I'm going to try it. It's apparently my stance is completely wrong. I was totally unclear about how people even balance themselves on a bench press. You're supposed to have your feet on the floor at some kind of right degree angle. Anyway, I'm going to try a few of those things right there. And obviously, fuck no. I mean, he said, good advice, obviously. He said, go back to 90 pounds, which I had only succeeded in doing the day before. Yeah, you need to do that for like 2 or 3 weeks before you go up, because I figured, hey, I did 90 pounds yesterday. Let's see if I can do 105 today. Right. So that's it. There probably isn't going to be an update to this because I'll probably be dead, or just simply because I don't really care that much. But what I should tell you is that this video here right now is probably not that important. And watching that little short, which I may even take down because I haven't gotten any likes on it, so apparently nobody likes it. Not that I care about real videos, but about a short, it's like a 20-second thing. What the fuck is the point of keeping it up? Shorts in general are terrible because the whole point of YouTube is to get you caught in just watching one after the other, never learning anything, never changing anything, never just caught. You know, same as TikTok or Twitter. And it's just a really, really, really bad thing. What is important, this video is not going on my new my new playlist. Check out my playlist. My channel, by the way, as of now, is called Yedidi, YDYDY. Pretty easy. Name of the channel, YDYDY. And then there's playlists. One of the playlists, the newest one, I think it's called Are You Too Dumb to Watch This Playlist? And it's a fair question. It is a fair question because almost everybody is, including me. But it would be ridiculous not to, because there is some chance here, some non-negligible chance that we have the opportunity to change our lives, our society as we know it, as it is in a not great state, but should be in a great state, could be in a great state, and I'm trying to change it in a very fucking major way. This is not going there because it's not there. The only one important thing that I'm actually going to say right now that is relevant to that is the idea of Wu Wei from the Taoist, Eastern, whatever. You'll find it in many wisdom concepts. The idea of not forcing. Don't force anything, right? So first of all, you should know that does not apply to something you feel like doing. In other words, if right now I feel like going there and saying, hey, let me see if I can just, try out these techniques. Apparently, like I said, your feet should be at 90-degree angles and your shoulders should be bent. I don't know exactly what. I'll try to remember it before I lie down on the bench. If I feel at that time like, hey, I want to do 130 pounds and see what happens, then that's not contradicting not forcing yourself. Forcing yourself is the fact of all of fucking society changing who you are. If you might be familiar with Freud's not exactly correct id, ego, superego, you might be familiar with the idea of the Paleolithic or Adam and Eden before he was kicked out of the garden. The idea of living naturally within nature, enjoying your life and not trying to be different than who you are. So, with regards Wu Wei, not forcing, the important point is that I'm not taking a camera along right now. I feel like a part of me definitely wants to. Let's take a camera along, ask somebody to hold the camera, and let's see if I can lift 150 fucking pounds, like this, if I, try my new technique of of not lying prone, but instead having my feet on the floor. Just simple little, of making sure to have, a chest full of air. But I'm not going to take my phone with me because parts of me feel like that's work. That's malacha. That's work. That's effort. That's forcing to take my phone along and ask someone to do it because I want to show this thing later on. That's why, by the way, the 3 videos in my most recent playlist that I just mentioned called Are You Too Dumb to Watch This? They are all live. There are no edits whatsoever. They are live, completely live, because otherwise there's effort involved. If I do a video, for me anyway, for you there might not be. You might really, really enjoy editing. For me, I don't. So, this I'm posting right now, and it's completely within not forcing, because I find this pretty funny that I got myself the shiner and the story here. But this is not going into that actually very important playlist called something like Are You Too Dumb to Watch This? Which you're probably not. If you've watched actually this entire thing, which is like 10 minutes, then you're definitely not too dumb. The whole thing is, do you have the ability to realize that that some things are worth your attention span? That's the whole point. That's what I mean by dumb. Do you realize that some things are worth your attention span? That playlist is worth your fucking attention span. And Christ bless you. Just so I can annoy more people, I guess. Starting off with, hey, Negroes or whatever. A lot of people watching this are Jewish people, and they take the Christ word very, 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 it really, 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 really bothers them. They think it's because he's a different God, supposed to worship the one God and whatever else. That's not why. The word Buddha doesn't bother them nearly as much, or Vishnu or Shiva or any other gods that you might mention. The reason is because we have a few thousand years worth of history of people getting killed because they wouldn't accept Christ. very normal human things. Don't trust yourself or other people when they think they know the reasons for why they feel certain ways.